My nephew shoved my daughter to the ground and swung at the piñata that was set up for her 7th birthday. While she cried her eyes out, he calmly collected all the candy that fell out, ignoring all the adults cursing at him. His brand new white sneakers stepped over the smaller kids for the 4th year in a row, and he smoothed his fresh haircut like a trophy. My daughter pushed herself up off the grass and came to stand behind my leg while looking straight down. My hands were shaking with anger, but I reminded myself, he's just a kid. So I brought out the second piñata, the big gold one I'd built myself. But instead of candy, it was filled with something else, something that would teach him a lesson. We started singing Happy Birthday again, and my daughter stepped up with the little bat, but he ripped it out of her hands again. Move, you're too small, you'll miss. She turned to me for help, but I nodded to let him have it, because I knew it was only a matter of time before he regretted what he did to my daughter. He shoved his sleeves up, planted his feet, and wound up huge while every parent stared at me like I'd lost my mind. One mom leaned in and whispered, "Aren't you going to stop him?" But I knew something she didn't. He swung, clipped the corner, and the gold piñata jerked hard on the rope but held its shape. I breathed a sigh of relief, because my plan was only going to work if he swung again, and now he was finally going to learn his lesson. But suddenly, he tossed the bat in the grass and started to walk off, and my whole plan almost left with him, until one of the little kids giggled, "Ha ha, he couldn't do it!" And he immediately spun back around faster than the speed of sound. He snatched up the bat and snarled, "I could have cracked it already. I was just holding back." He reared back and swung with everything he had, and the bat punched clean through, splitting the whole thing open over his head. But there was never candy in there. I'd packed it with 8 pounds of flour and a bag of pink glitter, and it all came down at once over the fresh haircut, the collar, and those white sneakers he wouldn't stop bragging about. He stood there caked head to toe, spitting flour while every kid screamed laughing at the big cousin, and ran off screaming to his mom, the candy he'd hoarded all afternoon spilling out of his pockets into the flour. My daughter walked over, scooped a handful out of the flour, and held it up over her head like the trophy he thought it was.